that I'm at an all-time.
Everybody's having a fantastic day. We're out here playing some domination on USS Texas. We're gonna kill it here with the bar. I'm still working on prestiging my infantry class and my armored class. Both of them are pretty much right at the end. This one I'm probably gonna complete this game. But today, what I want to help you guys with, and I know a lot of people started making videos like this. I know I'm kind of late to the punch, but better late than never, I guess. And today, what I want to help you guys out with is like how to win more gunfights, as well as how to improve your accuracy. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm gonna give you some tips on how to improve your accuracy as well as win more gunfights in World War II. So I already repeated that, but what I'm trying to get at is these can apply to just about any Call of Duty. Thank you for dick blocking me. I tried to back up and move, and I just couldn't move because that teammate was there. But these can apply to just about any Call of Duty. But I don't know, it's kind of best to keep it. The accuracy tips can apply to any Call of Duty just about, but the other stuff's pretty much, the gunfights is pretty much going to apply to World War II only. So for starters, I am going to touch some basic general tips on accuracy. For one, you're not going to be able to buy Call of Duty after never playing it in your life, and this is like, you know, you're magically going to in one day. So my first tip to you is you're just going to have to play the game. You know, you're going to have to continue to play the game. You're going to have to get better on it in general. You know what I mean? You're going to have to learn the way it feels, the game itself. You're going to have to, you know, develop all that just through time, for starters. So, like, for starters, play the game, get some time into it. You know, you're not gonna, like I said, if you're watching this video, you literally played for like 2 hours and you're trying to figure out what's wrong, that's what's wrong. You're not gonna, like, pick this game up and be good with it oh, I'm so dead, with like only one game. You know what I mean? So secondly, my other tip is gonna be when you're playing the game in-game, you kind of wanna mess around with your sensitivity a little bit. If it feels like you're not getting on target, like you're not aiming and you're on target, like if you somehow make kill cam and you see that you're like doing this, like let's say this pole right here, that was my target, that was a guy. If you're like, you notice in the kill cam you're kind of doing this and you're not quite getting on target as easy as it would be, you might have to slow your your sense down. Or if you find that you're on target and you're trying to shoot them and they're moving too fast and you're not able to keep up with them, you might have to up your sensitivity. So you're just gonna have to, you know, like I said, for starters, you're going to want to play around with your sensitivity, make sure it's kind of comfortable where it is, and, you know, that's going to have to just be on point, because everyone fits a certain play style. Some people like to play on a really high sensitivity. Some people like to play on a really high sensitivity, and they're able to do it, and, you know, it's not a problem for them, and some people, you know, obviously it's too much. I play on a 6 in this game, I think it is what I play on, but you know, that's not gonna fit everyone. Other people might play on a 4 or a 7 or an 8 or a 9. Some people, snipers, play on like fucking max, whatever it is in this game. I think it's 15. Some play on like 14, 13. So you're gonna want to work on your sensitivity. That's pretty much general like tips to this game for accuracy, general guidelines. Like that's like beginner level type of information. Now to get into World War II, excuse me, I kind of had like a little hiccup there. To get into World War II winning gunfights, you know, more often, for starters, if you noticed already in this game, you're going to want to like play on tactical, maybe get a scuff, whatever you need to do, because drop shotting in this game is incredibly reliable. It helps you out a lot in gunfights because some people don't predict it, because who's trying to shoot at your feet? You know what I mean? You're aiming for like body head. And sometimes, you know, you'll get down and they'll just completely miss. Even one bullet can make the difference in a gunfight. So you're going to want to, in some form of way, try to make yourself capable of drop shotting. And even I'll jump shot too. Not as often. Okay, here's another thing I don't like about this game. I had no gamer tag through that smoke of the nade when it hit. You see how we can see my gamer tag. That's one of my biggest complaints about this game. Even though I was ADS up there looking, I couldn't see his gamer tag. Sorry, a little complaint, just a little quick rant. So, yeah, once again, you're going to want to, in some form of way, I play tactical, so I play tactical and claw, so I'm able to not only, like, jump shot, like, you know, like this, jump shot and whatnot, but I'm also, with me playing tactical as my RS is how I crouch and lay down, so I can just, you know, shoot, aim, crouch, and all that happiness at the same time. So that's how I do it, and I don't know if you guys want to try that yourselves. Did you kill him? I don't think he did. Nope, doesn't look like he did. I don't see anyone else there. What's up, fam? up here. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little focused here for a split second. Let's go. That's called a pro play right there. Ooh, 75 headshots. I like this camo a lot after that. I just unlocked. What's up, fam? Sorry, getting a little bit zoned here. I know this isn't the video, but oh, I'm going off on a tear, guys. They can't touch me right now. Hold on a second. What's up? What's up? What are you guys gonna do? Oop, I saw that guy right there. Is he gonna come this way? He might. There's no way. There's no way I survived this. No! I was trying to get behind those barrels, but I overshot it. Alright, anyway, I'm sorry. Back to the video. Just went on a little bit of a tearing spree there. As you can tell, just from the video I made yesterday, just playing a little bit more, I've drastically improved. Enough to even make a tips and tricks video for you guys. That's how comfortable I feel. So anyway, one of my final tips to you guys, in this game, as of the moment, flinch is ridiculous. When you get hit, I'm sure this is something you guys heard a lot from other people, but flinch in this game is ridiculous right now. So when you get hit, if you don't know what flinch is, when your guy's being shot and you're aimed on someone or something, when you have flinch, it'll like jump. Your guy will jump because he's like, oh, that hurts. You know what I mean? And you'll jump. I don't know if that makes sense. That probably sounded so stupid to you guys. But you suffer from flinch. So one perk in this game that reduces the flinch is Prime. And on top of reducing flinch with Prime, you also get an additional attachment. In this game, where you're not limited by the amount of stuff you're using, it's just is what it is. The more attachments you can have on your gun, the better. That's like another advantage you may have over someone. Yeah, and another thing, once again, with time in the game, you're just gonna learn spawns. You're gonna learn, you know, where to go and where not to go. Once again, depending on the weapon you're using in this game. In previous CODs, it didn't really matter. You can pick up an AR, a sub, and just go wherever you wanted. But in this game, you got to really think about where you are and what kind of gun you're using. For instance, I would prefer to have had a submachine gun in a case like that. I didn't, and I just had to make it work, but... yeah, no, that's not happening. So you gotta... this game is a lot more strategic. You got to really think about what you're doing. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. You can't just kind of run and tear like you used to. You got to really concentrate on what you're doing. And secondly, another thing I forgot to mention is make sure you don't want to catch yourself sprinting around corners. What I'll tend to do is sprint, aim, and like peek. Sprint, aim, and peek. Sprint, aim, and peek. I know it sounds really boring and really shitty, but you would not believe how much it actually helps, especially in smaller maps. Because if you catch yourself sprinting and they're either waiting for you or you have an AR and they have a sub, you're dead. Like 99% of the time, you're dead. Unless they completely fluke accuracy, unless they're lagging, unless something significantly happens on your end, you're dead. You can't, you know, once again, that's another tip I can give you guys. Try your best not to like sprint a lot. I mean, you can sprint a lot when you know it's safe. But when you're in an area where you're like, I'm not too sure if there's a person, make sure before you go around a corner, make sure you stop sprinting and start the aim. Another thing is if you start the aim, because in previous CODs we had like a dexterity and stuff like that, where you would aim faster from sprinting. In this game, I don't think there's anything like that. So aiming from sprinting, like let's say you're sprinting and then immediately begin to aim, is significantly slower than as if you were sprinting, stop sprinting, and aimed. So once again, just to give you an example of what I was just trying to talk about, well, first I'm going to cap this flag, free XP. So you're sprinting and then try to aim. You see that? Now let's say I'm sprinting, stop, and then aim. You see how much fast that was? That's a quick tip. That's like that, and then you stop sprinting and aim. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It's a lot faster, like, in terms of COD. In terms of a death or a kill, it's a lot faster. So, you know, like, for instance, let's say I was going around this corner, I'd stop sprinting and then start to aim like that. Something like that anyway, or like this corner even, I would do something like that. I wouldn't like just come balls to the wall sprinting. Because in Black Ops 3, for instance, you could do that. Let's say there's a guy you weren't quite prepared, you can just jump 20 feet in the air and avoid them. And they might be like, oh. Because in Black Ops 3, if you could sprint and jump and do all that fun stuff at the same time, you were golden. You pretty much had it made. But if you couldn't do that, you're definitely at a disadvantage. I don't even know what happened there. So another tip, like I said, just make sure when you're going around stuff, just make sure you're kind of aiming until you see that it's clear. and then proceed to, you know, do whatever you were doing. But I think that about does it for the video, guys. Like I said, I hope this does help you guys. If you guys out there have any more tips for me, because I'm always looking to improve, that I might not have covered in this video, let me know down below, because, you know, I'm always I'm always happy to take some advice. I find myself better than the average COD, but I'm no pro. I'm no, like, perfect, you know what I mean? I'm not, like, a god or anything. But anyway, guys, like I said, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.